59, so it's cool here in East Alabama, and we've got those 70s back to the west. That breeze is going to pick up again tonight. That storm, that was the last track we had on. You can see it's basically fallen apart for the most part, maybe still getting a rumble there around the Centerville area, but here's what we expect, that 20% chance, as you can see, for that possible shower or storm this evening. And you can see the wind speeds picking up out of the south-southeast at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. But we'll dive into the full 7-day, get into more specifics on that Easter weekend forecast as we continue right here. Good Friday coming up. We'll show you that's all coming up here on Weather Extra, including that weather around the world segment and more on pollen and how you can protect yourself from those allergies. We'll check in with Matt and Mickey as we continue right here on Weather Extra. Stay with us.
We know weather can be grab the umbrella or jogging shoes, but it's so much more. It's a science, an art, led by knowledge and experience.
And no one has more of that than a WBRC First Alert weather team.
Warning you first with more hours committed to you. And the first forecast built to see weeks, days, and even minutes ahead, right down to where you live. From the team you trust on your favorite screen.
Doing the weather better. The WBRC First Alert weather team, always on your side.
Some people may think you're overreacting. Some may ask, is there a storm coming? That's okay, because knowing the first alert has helped you beat the rush. Being prepared puts you in control and changes the what if to you're okay. Knowing first is everything. First Alert Weather.
If you have plans for this weekend, we have a first alert for a wintry mix.
When you need to know next week, tomorrow, or even right now, the WBRC First Alert Weather Team is always on your side, whenever and wherever you need us. This is why we First Alert.
Welcome back to First Alert Weather Extra. I'm your First Alert meteorologist, Tania Michelle, and it's so good to see all of you here on this Monday evening. Hoping all of you are staying dry in this wet weather that we're having. But first, we're going to check in with First Alert meteorologist Matt Daniel and Mickey Ferguson with updates on that sunset and sunrise times and more details on your weekend forecast. Take a look.
So, Mickey, we're in April now, so what do they say? April showers bring May flowers,
That's
right?
right.
So, don't know where I was going with that, but I do want to talk to you about April.
Yeah.
Of course, the amount of daylight actually increases, of course, as we're approaching summer. So, here's a look at some of those sunset times. And this evening, it's at 7:09.
It sure is. We get into May. May 1st is 7:30, and then it gets a little bit later. June 1st, we have to wait till 7:52 for it to get dark.
You know, around that time, we go to bed early because we have to wake up early. When you start taking naps and you wake up and it's like 8 o'clock and it's still bright outside, you think you've overslept. So that's our problem as a morning crew. But sunrise times, they're also going to be early. So we're going to be showing some sunrises really early by June.
That's right. The periods of daylight get longer and longer in the northern hemisphere where we hang out until we get to the summer solstice. And that's late June, and then the days slowly start getting shorter and shorter.
That's right. So tomorrow morning, 6:31, May 1st, before 6 a.m. And look at that, June 1st, 5:38 in the morning.
Long day. That's a long day in the afternoon.
That is. So let's talk about April. What do we usually see in the month of April? Well, these are a look at our average high temperatures for each month. And as you can see, we are here, that little arrow right there. On average, we'll see temperatures right around the mid-70s.
Yeah, and then it starts to warm. By by the way, I was listening to one of the gardening segments just this morning, and she was saying it's really good to wait till April 15th to plant some of those sensitive plants, because you want to make sure you're past that frost period, and typically that's after April 15th. Just thought I'd throw that in there.
And that's a great thing that you said, because sometimes we'll get some cold snaps in the early parts of the month, and it's happened many, many times. It could happen again. So
I've seen snow in April before.
Yeah, well, I'm ignoring that. Here's what we're looking at with those average low temperatures. 52 is where we're at for the month of April. And then in May, our low temperatures are normally in the 60s. And of course, by summer, it's in the lower 70s.
That's time to hit the pool.
That's right. And monthly rainfall might be difficult to see, but normally we average about 5 inches of rainfall. So it can be pretty wet in the month of April. So far, besides what we recorded this morning, we've picked up about a quarter of an inch of rainfall so far for the month of April. It's still early, of course.
But we've been on track so far this year. Where the drought monitor, we're not any big problems as far as that's concerned. So the amount of water we've received has been pretty good. We've got the holiday countdown, Matt.
That's right. We're canceling out today and looking ahead to tomorrow. So starting tomorrow, we are 5 days away until Easter Sunday.
Woo-hoo! 40 days away until Mom's Day. If you hadn't picked out a present, you still got plenty of time. And then 55 days away until the unofficial start of summer, Memorial Day Monday, May the 29th.
That's right. And if you've got any Easter plans this weekend, I wish we could give you a good forecast. I guess the good news, we're not really expecting any severe weather. The bad news, you might have to deal with some rain.
Yeah, but those rain showers make those nice little April flowers. We're back to where we started.
Oh, wait.
April showers.
Showers, Mayflowers.
Or Mayflowers.
There you go.
Should have started while we were ahead.
It's okay.
Or stopped while we were ahead.
Hey, if you want to get your weather on the go, we've got Easter plans this weekend, whether it's here or somewhere else. Make sure you download the WBRC First Alert weather app. April showers, Mayflowers.
Do you think
April
it's
showers.
obvious we didn't rehearse this? Probably.
I rehearsed it.
All right, take it easy.
April showers, Mayflowers.
Okay.
I think I got it. April showers bring May flowers. Yeah. All right. Well, Matt and Mickey, we know when the sun sets and rises, but it looks like we will be getting a lot more rain this week. So I hope that doesn't cause us to lack in vitamin D. But you know what? It doesn't really matter, because as long as we have vitamin C, right? Just in time for National Vitamin C Day. It's tomorrow, right after Weather Extra. You might want to go to the grocery store and buy some oranges, maybe some orange juice. That sounds good, because April 4th, tomorrow, is National Vitamin C Day, and it's important. It's an important part of people's diets, actually. It helps to ward off colds, reduce blood pressure, and even lower the risk of heart disease. Vitamin C also helps keep skin healthy by protecting it from sunlight, heat, and pollution. So here's to vitamin C, one of our key nutrients that keeps us healthy. All right, orange juice sounds good right about now. I might just need to go take my little break to the grocery store. But coming back after this break, we will talk more about weather around the world and what you can expect for the rain this upcoming week. Details all ahead.
Does your bathtub look like this? Are you constantly cleaning your shower, but the stains and discoloration just won't go away? Or maybe you're just hoping to freshen up your bathroom with something new and modern. If this is you, you may be planning on attending one of the local home shows. Well, stay tuned. Today I'm joined by Kirsten with a special announcement that's going to make the whole project easier and more affordable. Kirsten.
So Joe, we know that people are busier than ever right now. The last thing they want to do is spend hours of time on the weekend fighting traffic and all the long lines at the home shows. Well, to save time, folks should give us a call right now and get this limited time offer. We're taking 20% off all shower and bath projects, and we're offering some amazing financing. It's 12 months of no payments and no interest. That means you don't need to pay a penny on your project until an entire year after your installation is complete.
So you're saying if I start my project now, I don't have to put any money down, I get 20% off the entire project, and you're offering no payments, no interest financing for a full year. That's pretty incredible.
It really is. We understand that most people have a long list of renovations that they want to do around the house, so we're making it easier than ever to knock out that shower project right now.
That's fantastic. Well, Kirsten, how else are you making this whole project easy?
So Joe, people's biggest fear when doing a project like this is picking out something they're not going to be happy with. Well, we eliminate that fear by bringing the home show to you. When you give us a call, we'll send one of our shower and bath experts out for a free in-home design consultation. They'll bring an iPad and a sample kit to let you design the shower or bath of your dreams. Before the appointment is over, you'll see what the new shower will look like. eliminating all of the guesswork out of the project.
Kirsten, thanks. Folks, call the number on your screen right now to speak with a West Shore Home representative and to receive this limited time offer. Call in now to get 20% off your shower or bath project. Plus, they're doing 12 months of no payments and no interest financing. That means you don't need to make your first payment until 12 months after your installation is complete. Call West Shore Home now.
Welcome back into Weather Extra, and that storm that we were tracking earlier, that thing has fallen apart. You can see it has weakened there over the Centerville area, and that's what's left of that. It's going to be tracking there towards the east and southeast direction and moving down in towards Perry County, and all this is running along a warm front. You can kind of see how that's lined up in here back across West Alabama, and this will be a focal point. It wouldn't surprise me here still over the next few hours as we still work through sunset time. We may see a little pop-up happening along this boundary over into West Alabama, but most areas will remain rain-free. It's actually chilly across East Alabama. We have some 50s. Look at the view right now. What I was doing, I was just sending this out on my Twitter feed, that beautiful view here at sunset time from Centerville, 67 degrees, and what a lovely sight here on this week of Easter. And looking at that Easter weekend forecast, you can see Sunday, we're going to start out the sunrise time, by the way, Sunday, 6:24 in the morning. Just looking at the weekend, first off, Saturday, pretty good chance of rain, and then on Sunday, it looks like we start out with some rain, and that's the greatest chance I'm seeing is across East Alabama. But check in several days out, so we'll gather more specifics on timing, and I still think there's going to be some opportunities for an Easter egg hunt and to take some photos there over the holiday weekend. So let's get into the short term here. One thing I want to point out, tomorrow we have that 20% chance of rain, but it is going to be a windy day. Look at these gusts out there over 20 miles per hour, so that breeze will play a role in just how much fog develops early in the day, but that wind will be picking up out there out of the south direction. But the higher rain chances come in starting late on Wednesday. Again, we're seeing a significant risk for severe storms setting up west of Alabama, but as that system approaches, which will happen Wednesday afternoon, here's Wednesday 5 a.m., notice late in the day, here it comes. We start to see some of that development in here. It's possible we could see a strong to severe storm over far western areas Wednesday, but that threat is very, very marginal at this point because the system is going to be weakening, stalling as it moves in, and totally a different system by the time this reaches us compared to other areas and states back across the Midwest and back states over in Arkansas, well west of Alabama. But as we go to Wednesday night and Thursday, as this settles in, you see there it starts to kind of lessen in intensity, but it sets up an axis where we'll see this continuation of showers developing, and that's going to go through our Thursday morning, perhaps a thunderstorm, and then the coverage of rain starts to ramp up again on Friday during the day. I still think there will be some breaks, but that chance of rain will be there. Into Saturday, pretty good chance for rain and storms, and then early on Sunday, and hopefully we'll catch some breaks Sunday afternoon. Tomorrow, again, one of the nicer days of the week, that small chance for a little bit of rainfall. I think we get through most of Wednesday, a decent day, and then by Wednesday night into Thursday, may catch a break Thursday afternoon. Friday, I can't promise that at any point during the day we could see some wet weather on that particular day. Saturday looks like another good chance of rain, and then Sunday, again, as I mentioned, we'll be watching for that early morning chance of wet weather, but very stormy at times through the rest of the week. Meteorologist Tania Michelle back with us here in Tania, just looking at that forecast. I know you look at that 7-day and you're like, wow, it's going to be a total washout. But
yeah,
there will be some times out there where we can squeeze in an Easter egg hunt this week.
Yes, and if you want to get outside and enjoy some dry weather, I think Tuesday looks like the best day too. So enjoy Tuesday, get some breaks maybe Wednesday morning. But man, Wes, I tell you, coming into April just hasn't been the smoothest transition. Lots of wet weather for us, but even more weather around the world. And that means weather in other places. I'm talking other states and across the country. Just 3 weeks after flooding hit the small farming community of Paora in California, residents continue to struggle to recover. But some people are not afraid to get dirty for the cleanup. Reporter Lawrence Roick from KSBW in California spoke to hardworking community members, and here's what they had to say.
We brought in about 60 volunteers today. We're on several different streets.
I don't think it's there anymore.
It feels good to help the community, contribute, seeing everybody come together and help out.
Oh, that's incredible, yeah. You walk down the street, if you walk down Railroad, you have neighbors helping neighbors. You got the volunteers helping everybody, just asking what they need.
Volunteer Center, Santa Cruz, arranged all this.
We even got people underneath the houses digging out mud. You'll see huge piles of mud out there that are just come from inside the homes and underneath homes.
I mean, it was all the way up to here, and it's probably 80 feet back that way. There's 2 women down at that end, so we're just relaying buckets back and forth. One of the ladies down there, this is her house, and she was down here by herself when we got here, digging mud out from underneath her house. And so now we have a little system going, and many hands make light work. If anybody can make it out, it feels great. Honestly, people pay good money for mud baths. You can get a free one down here in Pajaro.
And California was hit with a lot of snow, too. Matter of fact, this year set records. Today in Phillips Station, California, the Water Supply Forecasting Unit, managers of California's Department of Water Resources had this to say.
This year's April 1 result from our automated snow sensor network is actually greater than any other year that we have recorded since the snow sensor network was deployed roughly in the mid-1980s.
Crazy. And meanwhile, destruction hit a town in Kentucky following severe weather over the weekend. And as a result, strong and damaging winds caused an apartment building to collapse. Reporter Jordan Mullins has the story.
Strong winds have caused chaos in many parts of Floyd County throughout the day on Saturday. Around midday, Triangle Market in Martin had its roof ripped off and flung several yards down Route 122, causing road closures and damage to parked cars.
It's blew a lot of debris out into 122 and 1428. It's damaged a few vehicles.
Soon after, Kentucky 80 was at a standstill due to downed power lines. But as crews worked to reopen the road, the carnage continued. Winds ripped into an apartment building in Prestonsburg, but crews responded quickly.
Luckily, our fire department was on quick. Our fire department, police department had the scene cleared within 4 minutes. They made sure the apartments were cleared.
Crews determined no one was hurt during the collapse and began cleanup to ensure the road was safe for drivers.
We're pretty busy. We've got public works, utilities, the fire department, police department, where everybody's all hands on deck, to be out here to try to get everything cleaned up.
But first responders say folks may continue to see road closures and delays into early Sunday morning.
A lot of the roads, side roads and county roads will be shut down majority of the day just due to debris and trees and power lines. And it's something to look at all the way up into the early hours of tomorrow morning.
Officials also encourage folks to call 911 if they are in immediate danger.
If there's a situation, just call 911. They'll get right on it. Trust me. Our phone's blown up all day. I'd say we've had probably over 100 calls today to the 911 center here in Prestonsburg.
A county working together to weather the storm.
All right, and shout out to our First Alert weather watcher, Brody Wesson, for this one. He let me know about this story, and I had to put it in Weather Extra tonight. See, last week we mentioned that the World Meteorological Organization decided to retire the name of Ian due to damage caused and total destruction caused by the hurricane. Now we have another update. The National Hurricane Center released their tropical cyclone report on Hurricane Ian, and data shows that Ian briefly attained Category 5 intensity over the southeastern Gulf of Mexico, just off the coast of southwest Florida before making landfall. And after analyzing all the data from the Air Force Reserve Unit and the NOAA aircraft, the National Hurricane Center found Ian's peak intensity reached 160 miles per hour on September 28 around 8 in the morning Eastern Daylight Time. So remember, to be a Category 5 hurricane storm, the winds need to reach 157 miles per hour or greater, or on the Saffir-Simpson scale. So strong storm there. Now after the break, we'll have a check-in on how you can protect yourself from pollen, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
We heard the first alert. Mom says we have to go.
with a storm like
She says I don't have time to grab any more toys.
need to be into a tornado safe place. Get there right now as you have.
We have to get to our safe place because sometimes when you hear the siren, it's too late. That's why she says knowing first is everything.
We know weather can be grab the umbrella or jogging shoes, but it's so much more. It's a science, an art, led by knowledge and experience.
And no one has more of that than a WBRC First Alert weather team.
Warning you first with more hours committed to you. And the first forecast built to see weeks, days, and even minutes ahead, right down to where you live. From the team you trust on your favorite screen.
Doing the weather better. The WBRC First Alert weather team, always on your side.
The first alert is more than a warning. It's a promise. A promise to get you out of harm's way with plenty of time to spare. 4 walls and a roof can be replaced. Lives can't. That's why knowing first is everything. First Alert weather.
Welcome back to First Alert Weather Extra. We talked a little bit about it. I gave you a hint. See, spring is in full effect, definitely so, and so is the pollen season. Nature's annual dusting of yellow-green powder that spells misery for those with certain allergies like me. If you're one of those people, there are things you can do actually to minimize pollen's impact on you. Robert Castillo reports.
Pollen is often seen on vehicles as a yellowish powder, and it moves from plant to plant by wind and animals. Its purpose is to fertilize plants, but this can be bad news for those who live with seasonal allergies. Specialists say different pollen appears at different times in the year.
Trees are pollinating now, all right, and they'll go until about the time grass starts greening up. So grass is a May-June allergy. Tree is a March, April, May allergy. Same thing happens in the fall, right around Labor Day. Guess what happens? Weeds and now grass again.
Dr. Forehand is an allergist, and he says symptoms from pollen allergies include sneezing, runny nose, and swelling.
Our respiratory tract is lined with inflammatory cells, immune cells, and if they recognize it as foreign, as an allergy, you react. Not everybody does that.
Dr. Forehand says it's important to identify the type of pollen affecting you so you can better prepare to defend yourself against it. He says knowledge is power, so people should monitor pollen counts, take their allergy pills, use nasal sprays, and he recommends getting allergy shots.
It may not cure you, or it may not control you, but if you get any relief at all, it'll make a difference. Because people with uncontrolled allergies can't sleep at night, and they can't concentrate when they go to work during the day. So they really need to do something.
Dr. Forehand says if people aren't sure which medication they need for their allergies, they should talk with a doctor about it.
And as we look at our 7-day forecast, I'm hoping that all the wet weather that we're going to see for this week will help sweep a lot of that pollen out of the roadways, off the cars, so hopefully won't be as much of an issue. But with temperatures reaching near 90 in some places by this week, I'm talking Tuesday and Wednesday, well, allergy season might still be in full effect. So we do have some stormy weather Wednesday and Thursday. Looks like Wednesday morning will be dry. Tuesday looks like the driest days this week, only holding about a 20% chance for some lingering and on and off scattered showers. More stormy weather Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and it looks like we go into our weekend very wet. We could see some rain on Easter. On and off showers are expected, but hopefully you'll catch a break with the, as you're going and get your Easter eggs and playing with the Easter bunny there on Sunday, only holding about a 40% chance for those showers. Monday, though, as of right now, looks dry, and our next day to see more sunshine, but hold on tight. This week, we're going to get through it. Although it's stormy, it doesn't look like severe weather or severe setup. So You can expect some rumbles of thunder, some periods of heavy rain, some lingering showers. My best advice for you is to hold on to that umbrella, the rain jacket, and you'll be good to go. But thanks for joining us tonight on First Alert Weather Extra. I'm your First Alert meteorologist, Tania Michelle, and it is Monday, so we're just getting started for the week. Stick around for us Monday through Friday at 6:30 for more Weather Extra, and tune in to First at 9 tonight with Chief Meteorologist Wes Wyatt for more updates on your forecast. First Alert Weather Extra, we'll see you later. Have a wonderful Monday evening.